return for a score. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball and try and get things settled down a little bit.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Right.
Brings up 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he loses the football a 2nd time. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go to the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're taking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Kaepernick again. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by Bailey.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Not much there, only a yard.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now they need to run after it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had good success moving football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw Exhibit Z right there. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Set, yellow, 43, check, smash, 43 rail, ready, go.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, as time expires in the 1st half, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the 1st half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify them. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Broncos nothing.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started.
Go. Let's go.
The Dolphins Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Escaping the pressure. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Squeeze, don't stop.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw out, complete to his running back right side. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now the next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
11 yards there, 1st down. Dolphins. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 10
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, let's go, calm the crowd. Keep it up,
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
To throw, Kaepernick. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Looking to pass. Tua out to his left. He's going to let one go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Devontae Parker. Woo! And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lead, yeah, a little extra on top.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan. You have grades for each position. Browse available players to improve your team. taken at about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Line of scrimmage at 31 now on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Fights through and now a crease. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? Right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
51's mine.
They'll start with the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11
You're not ready.
at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's 3rd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Herbert has it knocked free.
Herbert's pass complete.
So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Watch the run. Watch the
Justin Herbert looking to throw on. And it's 3rd down.
Keenan Allen, incomplete. Byron Jones on the cover.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage.
And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Chargers.
And I get what he's trying to do there, trying to make a play, getting the ball to your teammate on the punt return, but we see the risk involved. It played out right there.
No doubt about it. Risk versus reward, and you know that should be done really well on the grease board, right? And then you execute it and work on it in practice. But you know going into a game, heightened emotions, heightened sensitivities during the game, everything has to go perfectly for that play to be executed.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Adam Vinatieri for the
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the
Oh, it's blocked. Now the Dolphins have it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
That's our ball.
Adam Vinatieri.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, look when you...
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Finally down at the 9-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
To kick off for Miami.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's not going to get me.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
And And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Breida. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Breida on the carry.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That's what I'm talking about.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down. That's the end.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they're going to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. He's trying to find his running back, Breida. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. It's complete to Parker, left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Tua, and he can't get a throw away. He's timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Rolling to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor.
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Very short kick. This will be now the return. Oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Woo! Give me some.
And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter, but a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there, but in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
Dolphins. The win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan. 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 That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak can take it on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 24.
I'm coming after you.
Mike, 55.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
36-yard line.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he'll take this one for about 4 to the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people up and down.
Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into you.
Touchdown, Dolphins. From 8 yards out, and the Dolphins add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
Yeah.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over to back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's two. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Dolphins 14, Chiefs nothing.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Here's Hardman on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The return. The Chiefs take over first and 10. At their own
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mahomes now on first down. A screen to Bell. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
At the Dolphins 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Travis Kelce.
Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2.
With the score, Dolphins 14.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. This is Clark Watkins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll get this underneath the Bell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know what the heck he was looking at.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Back to throw, Mahomes. And, oh, a crasher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now look at him go. Past the 20.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but nope.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan.
It's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told us.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready?
March 49.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. Being chased out, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of... And that's going to be intercepted over at the 30-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The target there, Mac Hollins. That'll bring up second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well.
The 7-yard line, the catch is made. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal.
Letting you know right now, you better breathe.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Flushed out right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Jason Sanders.
Sanders on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have